Thank you so much, Alana. Yes, well, what's happening next? Well, it's time to go travelling abroad. You might have thought that this is actually a thing of the past, especially with where the Rand exchange is at currently. But don't lose hope. We are exploring an affordable and exciting destination this morning. And if you ever wanted to explore ancient temples, this travel tip is just for you.
It's a pleasure welcoming back onto our couch travel enthusiasts Imaan and Rifqah from the lifestyle blogging collective Suitcases and Lattes to tell us that the global travel for South Africans is not a thing of the past. Now, last week's Rand-friendly destination was Thailand. This week's Suitcases and Lattes top travel tip is also known as the gateway to the ancient world, the stunning Siem Reap province in Cambodia. Good morning, ladies. Welcome back to Expresso.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Now, Rifqah, I want to ask you first, Cambodia. Why is it a favourite Rand-friendly travel destination?
Well, firstly, 1 Rand actually buys you 263 Cambodian reals. But don't get too excited because actually Siem Reap have adopted the US dollar as their currency of trade. But where you really score in Siem Reap is that it's a town that's built on the tourist industry. So there's tons of hotels and you're bound to find a bargain.
Oh, sounds amazing.
I have to agree with Rifqah. When we went to Siem Reap, we stayed in a little boutique hotel. We paid less than 500 Rand a night. They upgraded us to a suite room. They gave us a complimentary bar. They did our laundry for free. They gave us a tuk-tuk driver and a tuk-tuk to use at any time. So definitely great value for money.
Now, how far can you stretch the Rand in Cambodia? I mean, what would you pay for food there?
So Cambodia, Siem Reap itself is not very westernized. There was only one international fast food outlet. And at that one, you'd pay about 40 Rand for a chicken burger that you'd pay about 30 Rand for. I must say that because of the US dollar, prices are a bit warped. So you end up spending a lot on things you'd pay very little for, like a chocolate bar, you'd pay about 15 Rand because nothing's less than $1. But if you're buying from the street vendors, things seem to be much cheaper.
Now, for me, when I think of a travel destination, I have to think of a fun activity to do. What would you recommend is some fun activities in Siem Reap?
So if you're going to Siem Reap, you're definitely going there to see the temples. And there are hundreds of them, and they're each beautiful and spectacular on their own. But if you have a limited time period and you can only see 3, definitely go to Angkor Wat. Angkor Wat is, of course, the reason most people go. It's big, it's the biggest religious monument in the world, and it's about 900 years old, so it's filled with history, and you can just get lost there for hours. Secondly, go to Ta Prohm. That's where Tomb Raider was shot many years ago, and it's in the jungle, and the jungle has mostly reclaimed it, so there's these big strangler trees growing out to the buildings, which just looks creepy and spectacular at the same time. And thirdly, Bayon, which is a temple that has these rock faces carved into them. That's also very interesting.
Oh, it all sounds interesting indeed. Now, Rifqah, I wanted to know from you, what should, as South Africans that want to travel to Siem Reap keep in mind when planning their holiday?
So unfortunately, South Africans do require a visa when going there. But luckily, it's quite easy to obtain. You can either get it when you arrive or you can apply for it online. It's going to cost you 30 US dollars, which is about 467 Rand, and it's going to be valid for about 30 days. So the other thing to keep in mind is that we don't need vaccinations, but during the wet season, dengue fever is a problem. So just keep your mosquito repellent close by. And then the last thing to keep in mind is that it's extremely hot and humid there. So tourists do sometimes suffer from heat stroke. So make sure you drink lots of water.
Oh, fantastic. Well, thank you, Imaan and Rifqah, for this week's Rand-friendly destination, and definitely an addition I will be adding to my bucket list. We look forward to next week's overseas currency-conscious travel tip.